Hello everybody and welcome to a new Veninseng online video course. This is World Hero Level 3. My name is Adam Sensei. I am a tutor here at Veninseng. I live in England where it is my mother tongue, so that's helpful. And with me here is Rio, who will introduce himself.
Hello everyone, I'm your Michelangelo. It has been a long time since I made a teaching video last time, but I'll do my best.
So, what is the passive? What is passive?
Passive っていうのは受動体という新しい文法のことだよ。
So let's take this sentence here. This is an active sentence. J.K. Rowling wrote Harry Potter.
J.K. Rowling wrote Harry Potter.
And you see, we have here three types of words. I know there's more than one, but titles and names fall into a singular word category. So the subject of the sentence is J.K. Rowling. That's her name. She's the subject. She's the actor. And then the verb is wrote. And of course, a subject and a verb is one complete sentence. We could write J.K. Rowling wrote, and that would be a complete sentence. But we have an object. We have Harry Potter. So J.K. Rowling wrote. What did she write? Harry Potter. And this is the order that we write this in for the active voice. J.K. Rowling is acting upon writing, and what she's written is Harry Potter.
皆さん、先ほどアダム先生が説明したところ、大事なところなので、アイリン先生が説明したいと思います。J.K. Rowling wrote Harry Potter っていうこの文なんだけれども、3つの単語で構成されています。そして、ベニンセンをキッズランド、あるいは英検5級の時からしている人たちは、この文の中の言葉を、単語を、それぞれの担当のお部屋の中に入れるという作業をし慣れていると思いますね。結構ね、小さい時から徹底してその単語の色分けだとか、部屋分けをこだわって練習しているので、見たことがあると思います。で、この文なんですけれども、赤いお部屋、主語の部屋と青いお部屋、verb 動詞の部屋だね。そして、実は文というのはこの subject 主語と動詞さえあればもう十分それは立派な文です。ところが、3つ目の部屋がここに入る、動詞の種類によって黄色のお部屋なのか、それとも紫のお部屋なのか、そして4つ目の部屋があるのかないのかっていうのが変わってきます。とにかく今回は3つのお部屋に分けることができるんだね。そして subject 主語のお部屋に入る言葉は何かっていうと J.K. Rowlingという言葉だったね。そして動詞の部屋には wrote が入って、目的語の部屋は、ハリー・ポッターが入るわけ。で、アダム先生はこれで、主人公、この文の中の主人公は動作者っていう言い方をしてたね。誰がどんな動作をしてるかの誰がの部分に入っている言葉が J.K. ローリングさん、これ人の名前だね。で、この人が、何をしてるかっていうとwrite で過去形になって wrote になってるわけなんだけれども、このアクションを行っていて、そしてこのアクションがどういうものに対してされているかっていうと、このアクションの対象物というのはハリー・ポッターという、これは本のタイトルです。こういう構成になってますよね。これをアダム先生はアクティブフォームと呼んでいました。アクティブフォームっていうのは能動形ね、能動体とも言います。能動体の文だよという言い方をしていたよね。聞き取れなかった人は今の説明を頭の中に入れた状態でちょっと戻ってアダム先生の説明を聞いてみてくださいね。
You see, it's the past tense here. J.K. Rowling wrote Harry Potter. We know this was in the past. being 2003. That's for the film. I think the book was a little bit earlier. She wrote Harry Potter in the past. Wrote is the past tense of to write.
Write, wrote, written.
Write, wrote, written.
And written is what we call a past participle. It's the past participle, and it's what we need in order to change the sentence into the passive voice. So we have each word fits in a room, a kind of room based on the category of the word. So we have J.K. Rowling in the subject room, and we have Harry Potter in the object room. Now, we might want to switch those around in order to maybe put more emphasis on Harry Potter rather than J.K. Rowling, but we can switch the order around and have the sentence still mean the same thing.
主語に入っている言葉と目的語に入っている言葉を入れ替えてみよう。
はい、それではこの部分とっても大事なので、アダム先生とアイリン先生の共同作業で、一緒に教えていきたいと思います。まず、一番最初に覚えた active voice ね、active form、能動体の文は主語が J.K. Rowling で、そして彼女は書きましたよと。で、何を書いたかっていうと Harry Potter。これが普通文だね。能動体。J.K. Rowling wrote Harry Potter。で、今回、受動体というのを作るにあたって、この主語と目的語の言葉を入れ替えますよと。入れ替えるんだけど、このまんまではいけないわけです。Harry Potter wrote J.K. Rowling。まず J.K. ローリングというのは人間なので、ハリー・ポッターが書くものではありません。ハリー・ポッターは作品の名前なので、これは書くという行為をできない、ものだよね。なので、この動詞がおかしなことになってしまうわけです。そこで、どうしたらいいかっていうと、
Harry Potter was written, and Harry Potter was written is of course a complete sentence, but we have more detail. We know who wrote Harry Potter, and so we might want to include that as well. So instead we can say Harry Potter was written by J.K. Rowling. Harry Potter was written by J.K. Rowling.
ハリー・ポッターという作品が主語になると J.K. ローリングさんに書かれたという受け身の表現になるよね。これが受動体だよ。
So you see now that the subject has become Harry Potter. The verb is was, which is the past tense of to be, and then the past participle written, and then by J.K. Rowling. By is the preposition we use to show authorship. So Harry Potter was written by J.K. Rowling. So you can see the order of process is reversed. It goes from, rather than going from J.K. Rowling to Harry Potter, it goes from Harry Potter first, that's the main bit of the sentence, to J.K. Rowling. So these are the two sentences, and I want you all to get out your notebooks and write this down. We have the active sentence at the top. J.K. Rowling wrote Harry Potter.
J.K. Rowling wrote Harry Potter.
And then the passive sentence below, Harry Potter was written by J.K. Rowling.
Harry Potter was written by J.K. Rowling.
Now, notice the full stop here is outside of the quotation marks. That's a bit controversial in English. Some people say that if the sentence ends with quotation marks, the full stop goes inside. I think that's only true if the words within the quotation marks are a complete sentence. So because Harry Potter is not a complete sentence, I leave the full stop outside. But that is very much a point of debate and not a key part of English.
今ア アダム先生がこのピリオドの位置について、ここにありますね、ピリオド。実はピリオドっていうのはアメリカ英語で、イギリス英語ではフルストップと言います。フルって完全なっていう意味のフルね。それでストップ、止めるっていう意味のストップ。フルストップと言います。このフルストップがこのコーテーションマークだね。日本語のなんていうの、鍵括弧、あれに当たるものなんだけれども、人が言ったこととかちょっと強調したい単語につけるコーテーションマーク。これが通常はね、実はこれ、中にあるのね。この中に。でも今回はこれで正解なんです。これがどうしてかっていうのを先生は、説明しておられるわけだね。で、ちなみに一番最後に言っていたんだけれども、テストに出るわけじゃないし、イギリスやアメリカの大学に行ってなんか文章を書かなきゃいけないような立場になる、あるいは英語のビジネス文章を作らなきゃいけないような、立場になる、そういう時には必要なことなんだけれども、英語だとか英会話、日常会話だとか日常のその E メール程度のことだったら、お友達に書く E メール程度のことだったらどっちでもいいことですよっておっしゃっています。で、どうしてこれ内側のフルストップと外側のフルストップになるかっていうと、このコーテーションマークの中にある言葉が、完全な文章、文だね。つまり主語と動詞がある文であれば、これは中に入らなきゃいけない。ところが今回ハリー・ポッターっていうのは文ではなくて単語なんだね。タイトルそのものなので文ではない。主語と動詞が存在しないよね。動詞がどこにもない。なのでフルストップは外側につくわけです。
Pause the video and write it down in your notebook.
So now that we've had that brief practice with passive and active, we're going to be looking at an introduction to the three tenses of verbs. So when you learned a past tense in level 5 or level 4, then you were advised to also learn a tense called past participle.
レベル5とレベル4で過去形を勉強したときに、ついでに過去分詞も覚えるように言われたのを覚えてる？ You must have been wondering how we use that. どうやって使うんだろうって思わなかった？
Now, learning the proper use of the past participle will be at the core of level 3. It'll be really important to level 3.
過去分詞の使い方を覚えることがレベル3の勉強の中心になるよ。
So you see here, there are three ways of writing a verb. There's three ways that we know at the moment. Three tenses. You can write it in the present form, the past form, or the past participle form.
動詞には3つの体があるよ。現在形、あるいは原形、何々する、何々である、過去形、何々した、何々であった。そして3級でたくさん使うのが過去分詞、基本的に何々されたという表現だよ。
And of course, the past participle is what we're going to be focusing on today. Now you'll notice if we look at the word to write, as we did before, to write, the present tense of to write is write. The past tense is wrote. You can say I wrote it, I write it, I wrote it. And the past participle is written. So I have written. I have written. It's a way of making into the passive voice. Well, that's the main bit of the lesson. So now let's move on to our worksheet. Okay, we can see Rio here working on his sheet. He's done very well. He's gotten his name written down there at the top. Okay, so you've got the first word here. You've got the present write, the past wrote, and the past participle of written. And the meaning for that, you'll see now. Very good, very good. And then we've got build, built, and built. And you'll see that sometimes the past tense form of a word and the past participle of the word are the same, as with here, built and built. Sometimes people who are learning English like to say builded, and sometimes native speakers say builded. That's not correct. It's build, built, and built. Very good, very good. And the next word is take, and we've got take, took, and taken. Take, took, and taken. Good, very good. And we've got make, made, and made. Another one where the past tense is the same as the past participle. Make, made, and made. Very good. And then we've got create, created, and created. Bear, born, and born. And we've got bear, bore, and born. Very good. Not to be confused with a grizzly bear. That is, of course, a noun, or a polar bear, or a panda bear. And the next word we've got sing, sang, and sung. I sing, I sang, I have sung. Just corrections there, that's all fine. Very good. And next we've got cook in the present, cooked in the past, and cooked. Do you want to do this one, Rio? Do you want to do bear? And then we'll go on to cooked after. It's okay. Okay. So yes, let me. I've got cook in the present. We've got cook. In the past, we've got cooked, and the past participle is cooked. Again, the same as the past tense. I cook. I cooked, and I have cooked. And the next one, we've got steal. Steal in the present, stole in the past, and the past participle stolen. So, in fact, we'll make this in the negative because it's bad. I don't steal. Well, I didn't steal is a way of bringing the past into the... I'm going to start over because this gets quite complicated. So we've got steal, stole, and stolen. And steal is in the present. It's very naughty, but you can say I steal. If it was in the past, you can say I stole. And in the past participle, you can say I have stolen. And in fact, you can say something was stolen. Just the other day, my bike was stolen. Which is true. It's very bad. But it's a good word to know.